Hi, Sagittarius. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. You asked for a sign. That's why you're here. We're going to ask Spirit for some channeled messages for some very in-depth, specific signs to help you with what you are asking Spirit for now. Signs to look for, or a confirmation today of maybe something that you've been thinking of. So I do want you to participate with me. Let me know in the comments if anything that I have said definitely was what you needed to hear today, or like I was driven here to hear this message, Kathy. So let's see, what does Spirit want you to know? You asked for a sign. Here comes some signs. Here comes some things for you to look for. Let's start with an angel number. Spirit, what angel number do you want us to have today? I have 444. I am protected. Trust your journey. Trust the way your life unfolds. And trust that you are where you need to be at the present moment, that you're exactly where you're meant to be. If you're questioning, am I on the right path? Or should I be making a change right now? I feel like Spirit's saying, you know what, hold tight. Let's just see what happens next. And I'm going to take care of you in the meantime, something like that. 444, keep your eyes open. You may start seeing 444 right before a big decision, right before something enters into your life. But I would write that down on your little desk or something and just say, you know what, that's going to be my number from now on. I'm just going to try to catch it whenever I can. Spirit, please share with me, what is it that you have for us? I have prosperity coming in. Okay. I have a flow of abundance is how it's coming into me. It's additional income coming in. It's a new stream of income, something like that. It could be a opportunity that's coming into me. So this card could represent that we just have this additional flow of money coming in, or what they're saying, what you have been wishing for or hoping for, like a promotion, an opportunity, your business to increase, things to get better, something like that. Then yeah, the money's starting to flow. So they're also showing me that it was almost a stalemate, or I haven't gone up in a while. Maybe I've been at the same level financially for a while, that finally it's starting to go back up again. So I feel a movement in my income. So that look for the sign for that, and look for that movement. Spirit, please share with me, what is it that you have for us? I have a 9 of Pentacles. Absolutely. Your confidence is building, they're saying, and that 9 of Pentacles represents more security, which connects to this prosperity flowing into you. So the combination of something coming your way, something coming towards you, into you, or like a promotion, like I said, or a change in jobs that gives you more money, gives you more financial security. So if that's something that, like, I need to know, Spirit, and you were guided to this message, you said, I don't know why I clicked on this video, but here it is. They're trying to let you know that this security is improving, or you will be more financially secure. Thank you, Spirit. I have an Empress. That came into me as people taking notice of your loving energy, that maybe people start to compliment you more along the lines of, you're so sweet, you're so caring, you're so loving. And it could be that the universe is trying to tell you that they see you as a caregiver, in a sense, to anybody, that you have this caring, loving energy that helps heal people, and people are taking notice of that energy. So you may start to see people or hear people. I feel like you're hearing people more than anything. You know, maybe you get compliments on your hair, or your eyes, or your smile, or your outfit. But it's not that. It's compliments on your personality. It's compliments on how loving and caring you are. And you're like, okay, it kind of was nice the first time. But after a while, you're starting to see that a lot of people are saying the same thing about you, and you never noticed it before. So it could be Spirit's way of showing you and reminding you that you are some kind of light worker, that you bring joy and love to other people. So Spirit has to let you know that that is your purpose or that is your job. And how they're going to do that is they're going to give you these compliments, even from random strangers, where somebody says, oh, thank you, that was so nice. And you'll go, but it's constant, but you never noticed it before. So that feels like a big sign to me. My whole body is tingling. My whole body is excited about that message. So I'm going to say, yay, that's a good one. All right, let's see what else they have for you. I love that one. Tell me, Spirit, talk to me. What do you have? I have a yellow feather. I have a canary. Okay. Step forward now and sing your song. There is power in finding your voice. I love that. Speaking up, speaking forward. I'm not going to go with the yellow feather, finding a yellow feather. That might be too random, but I definitely am going to say somehow crossing paths with the canary, pictures of canaries, or even it's coming into me as a parakeet, a yellow parakeet, that I never really noticed parakeets before. I never really noticed, let's just put it this way, a little yellow bird, okay, whether it's a canary or a parakeet. But all of a sudden, maybe you walk into a new friend's house and they happen to have a yellow parakeet. And you're like, that's weird. You go shopping and you just happen to go by the pet store at the mall, and they have all these yellow parakeets in the window. So keep your eyes open for something that just kind of takes your breath away a little bit with, that's weird, like and I feel like it's not one bird, it's many. I feel like it's many. So it could even be that you see some kind of flock of birds that are yellow of some kind. And maybe there's more than one. Okay, so that came into me. But I think a parakeet. When was the last time you saw a parakeet? That's funny. All right, let's see what else they have. Hey, you asked for a sign. I'm giving you the signs. I didn't say they were all going to be the generic ones like everybody else. Everybody knows rainbows and dragonflies. Everybody knows white feathers. You asked for some real signs. Here we are. All right, let's see what we have. These are great. Okay. I've got some good ones here. Okay. All right. All right. The first thing that's jumping out at me is the handshake, but it's more of a feeling of take my hand. It's somebody who constantly wants to hold your hand walking across a parking lot, holding your hand when you're sitting in the car, holding your hand when you're sitting on the couch. I feel like that's a sign. I feel like yes, it's a sign of affection, but I feel like it's bigger than that. I feel like it's Spirit's way of saying, take my hand. This person who keeps taking your hand really wants to be with you, really wants to connect to you, really wants to be in your life. Okay. So it could be as simple as that, that's the sign you need to see. Okay. I do have a tarot deck. I have a tarot deck and a couple of these cards. So part of me feels like it's somebody who wants to learn tarot, talks about learning tarot, or when you decide that that's something you want to learn, or you take a beginner course, or you are saying to yourself, I would love to be a tarot reader, and you actually do the work, there's something that's coming and following, that there's, a reward on the other side of some kind. So maybe for some of you that picking up a deck, they're saying, picking up a deck. So some of you probably would like to learn, or you've tried to learn in the past, you put it down and you didn't pursue it. You didn't keep going with it. And maybe it's Spirit's way of saying, hey, this is your sign. Pick up that tarot deck because there's a reward on the other side for you. So something is happening with that. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is jumping out at me. It looks like, it just looks like crystals to me. I'm not an expert in crystals. I definitely believe in crystals, but I feel like it's significant in the sense that I either purchased, they feel like, I don't know what they're called, but they feel like they're tall and they are coral colored, and they're kind of big, and I keep seeing them everywhere. So I don't know what they're called. The coral color feels really strong to me. Okay, but it's some kind of crystal stone, and I feel like I really never noticed them before, but now I feel like I'm seeing them everywhere. Spirit saying sometimes they look like a light, or they're made into a light also. So it may look like it glows to me. So something is going on with that. But the bigger picture is I'm taking notice of a specific stone that I keep randomly seeing in different places, and it's just kind of catching my eye. And the color is coral. There's something going on with the coral color. I have this looks like Egyptian. This looks like a pharaoh. It looks like Egyptian art to me. And I mean, on a simpler term, I keep seeing images that are Egyptian. Like I have a tarot deck that's an Egyptian design. It could be, you're just randomly watching things and you keep seeing images of Cleopatra, or you're sitting there randomly on a Saturday afternoon with somebody and Cleopatra happens to come up on the TV. Okay. Just this kind of randomness again, but it's King Tut, they just said. Maybe you have an interest in King Tut. Maybe you're going to watch a documentary on King Tut. But you're like, this is so weird. I'm like on this thing with all this Egyptian art and all this kind of Egyptian history thing. The pyramids, they're showing me the pyramids. I mean, it's just like, whoa, you are on some kind of Egyptian trip. So that feels really cool. Maybe we're planning a trip the way I just said trip. I always wanted to go to Egypt. Yeah, they're showing me the camels and riding a camel and the whole bit. Wow, that's cool. But something about Egyptian art is definitely coming into me. I have this is coming in. Okay, this looks like DNA. And I feel like it's more, two things came in. It felt like Ancestry.com or whatever that website is, where people submit their DNA to find out where they're from in the world. And I feel like it's more about a conversation about that there's something really, really cool that you're going to find out in your life that you didn't know, something very random about you. Okay. Whether it's somebody in your family does it, so you definitely would have it also. It's almost a feeling of like finding out what our true DNA is. I mean, I'm going to go bigger picture, that I didn't know who my father was, and I found out who my father was through a blood test or DNA testing. I feel like it's something really big, and I feel like DNA is the key. They're saying it's all about the science, so we're going to find out through science what something significant about ourselves or our children or our partner. So there's something, they keep saying it's all about scientific studies and science, and they kind of want to prove it. And once it's proved, it's like, that's the fact. So I got a DNA story going on around some of you, and maybe that's the answer to a question that you have, like, how do I solve this problem? And they're saying, hey, you know what? There's scientific evidence out there that can help you. So something is going on around me with that. I also have the yin and yang symbol. So You may just start seeing that. You may hear other tarot readers saying it all the time. You just say, yeah, I mean, I'm totally on this yin and yang thing. Maybe you have a drawing, maybe you have artwork, maybe you have something that represents that. They're saying maybe you just believe in it. So that's good. All right. So those are some clues. I loved that. Thank you, Spirit. What else do you have for us? What else do you want us to know? I have behind the veil. Welcome uncertainty as an opportunity for growth, and be okay not knowing, giving up control. They're saying this feeling of spiraling out of control, that you have a tendency to get upset about a particular thing in your life, and just thinking of it can make you go like crazy. You just know that it's upsetting to you. It could be a person, could be your mother, and it's a sense of, I feel like, why does this particular person upset me so much? And I feel like it's Spirit's way of saying, when you surrender, when you are able to let go of controlling this person and what comes out of their mouth or their actions, you'll be okay. And sometimes we just don't believe it. Okay. I'm asking Spirit, like, is there something specific about that person or time that they can share with me? They want you to hold on to things like pick your own battles or walk away with pride. They just said, walk away with your head held high, take the high road. Like, they just want you to be in that kind of energy when these things happen, because they're going to let karma take care of the other person and you aren't going to have to worry anymore. Okay. So something is going on with you around somebody who, if you just even talk about this person, you're just like, you're crazed. Spirit, numbers, any number that's important, anything that you want me to know? I have the number 13, making the effort. Okay. What's jumping out at me, believe it or not, is this 3-dimensional triangle. It almost looks like a pyramid that we just talked about. And it feels like I am putting the pieces together for some reason. That Spirit's saying, like, the pieces are going to come together, almost like the pieces of the puzzle. You may be struggling with an area of your life that it just doesn't seem like it's happening, or it's happening fast enough. But it felt like it was building up. The way that not only was it a pattern coming together, but that it's 3-dimensional. And in order for that triangle to support itself, it has to kind of like all come together at the same time. Otherwise, it's not going to be self-sustaining. So I guess what they're trying to share with you right now is that what you're working on, the pieces that you're working on are coming together. You just don't see it. So it's progress, not perfection. And I guess they're just trying to let you know that your effort is going to pay off. But right now you might not see it. Right now you might be discouraged. Maybe you found this reading because you need to know that what you're working on and all this effort isn't a waste of time. So that it could be as simple as that. Let's grab some letters. Let's see, first initials, last initials that may connect to you or your person that you might be thinking of today. Maybe we'll spell your name, their name. Maybe this is your sign. I have the letter Z, G, I have a Q, I have an N, I have an R, I have a Y, I have an I, S, X, Z, F, the letter A, and a U, one more, and another U. Okay, so some of you, that might be the answer you were seeking. Maybe you were guided to this reading just to get those initials for some kind of confirmation that you want around someone. So that feels good. And let's get one more message. Let me know in the comments if anything has connected to you, or you feel like you found this reading for a reason, like you had to hear that today, because I would love to know that. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you need me to hear? I have limitations. Obstacles are not what they seem. You can get around them with some careful thought, or simply choose something better for you. So they're trying to remove some obstacles, and they're trying to help you make some good choices. So I almost felt like there's nothing you can't accomplish as long as you're not limited. There's no limitations. They're trying to push you. Okay. They're saying they're pushing and shoving you. That's what they just said. So they're trying to push you, and they're pushing you hard, and they're trying to motivate you, and they're trying to say, just keep going. You're not at the finish line yet, but the finish line is going to be here. There's nothing holding you back. Okay. Maybe I'm just meant to give you a little cheerleading speech today, but there's nothing meant to hold you back. And that's what Spirit needs you to hear today. Let's thank Spirit together. I want to thank Spirit for these signs. If they connected to you, let me know. If not, maybe they've got some meaning to you in the near future. But if you enjoyed it, let me know. Hit that like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, comment. If anyone would like to book a private reading with me, please head over to my website, Kathy Mamolen, psychicmedium.com. Check out my other 2 channels, my YouTube channel for pick-a cards and my YouTube channel for twin flames and no contacts and soulmate readings. And the links are in the description below. I hope you enjoyed this reading as much as I did, and we'll see you again real soon.